I'm stressed out, he says. He's like, I've been talking to my bishop. My bishop tells me it's not a big deal. It's not going to affect your salvation. And they're saying that. And I'm really conflicted. I feel like I have to go now. They've really taken the pressure off the ladies. Yeah. They're just saying, if you so desire.
Yeah, nothing like a general authority guilt trip.
Right? Which I always told my
Check 1, 2. Test, test, test.
I went to a regional conference and General Authority gave me a guilt trip that I wasn't married pretty much.
1, 2, 1, 2.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize.
1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check.
Which, well, it's probably more Harris people that go to Logan because that's their temple. Montpelier, our temple, starve out.
Really? How far is that away?
It's only 50 miles.
Is that all?
Closer.
Oh. When I lived in Southwest Kansas, we had to go to Denver to go to the temple. It's 5.5 hours each way. It was horrible.
I have a friend that lives up in Kalispell, Montana, and he's excited about the Missoula one.
Yeah.
He says, we have to go to Canada, and the border's been shut down. We haven't been able to go to the temple. And now we'll have them 2 hours. We're excited about 2 hours.
You know, when I was in Kansas, I know the mission president was trying like crazy to get a temple somewhere in Kansas, and they finally got it in Wichita. That's good.
I wasn't sure if you wanted the dish or not, so I waited.
1, 2. All right, here comes spots, John.
I'll take it.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
We had no winner on Wednesday morning.
I always picked Duke. I don't know why. I've always been resistant.
Coach K on now, you're gonna change that up. See, and I usually pick KU. We're kind of a KU family, but my grandparents lived there.
When I was living in Kansas, we made a trip to Kansas City, and on the way back, going through, I guess it was Topeka, it was right by the state capitol. There's billboards on each side of the freeway. On the right side of the freeway is a sign about going to KU, and on the left side of the freeway is a sign about going to K-State. Because Manhattan is this way, and Lawrence is that way. But they're literally right across the freeway from each other. Yeah.
It's not a long trip, huh?
It was about from where we were, it's all the way across the states. It was about a 6-hour drive. But it was just like going to Denver. We were coming back from the temple one time, and it was starting to snow when we left Denver. So we beat the snowstorm home, and went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, there was 3.5 feet of snow on the ground in Garden City. It's a little snowstorm. It's like, I'm a California kid, man. I don't know. I'm a California kid. I didn't know what to do with 3.5 feet of snow.
Could ask Coach if he's a sub or a DH.
So you guys know they're back at 10. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, that's what I was just asking.
Both JV and varsity Milan on back 10.
Okay. So Evans is going to bat.
Yeah, it's what I was told by Kenny.
Okay.
They had it listed on the lineup, but not in the subs.
Yeah.
But did that DH might, so I thought, well, that's the replacement for DH.
But then you had positions for everybody else, you didn't have a DH there.
From an Ashley Madison. Devon England in here.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome again out here to Tony Hansen Field. This afternoon, it's the Preston boys who take the field as they'll go up against the Malad Dragons. Dan Hubbard here to call the action for you. John Beverly back in studio, twisting the dials this afternoon as the Indians coming off a big win yesterday as they knocked off the Shelley Russets in a wind-blown game up in Shelley as they 10-run ruled them, winning by the final score of 16-6 yesterday. a group of pitchers all throwing just a couple innings apiece throughout that game yesterday. And this afternoon, it'll be Ashton Madsen to go to the mound for the Indians to go up against the Malad Dragons. He'll go up against Bridger Baston, and a game that gets started here in just a little bit. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have some more pregame news and notes for you right after this.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
Well, for the Indians, who picked up a victory yesterday to get back on the winning side of the ledger, that was a step that they really needed, especially headed into not only this week, but next week, as Preston has this game today, and they have another game at home tomorrow, as they'll be going up against a very tough Marsh Valley team tomorrow. Next week, they get into conference play, as they'll have 3 games staring them dead in the face against the Century Diamondbacks coming up next week. A single game here, doubleheader on the road down there as well. So that's kind of what the Indians have coming up for them over the next couple of weeks. This is the first of 2 meetings with Malad. They're scheduled to make a trip over to Malad to face the Dragons toward the end of the month, but I hear rumblings that could possibly be changed. We'll have to wait and see. So it's the first of 2 games. Last year, Malad won both games against the Indians, both here and there. Take a timeout. We'll come back. Opening lineups and the first pitch for this afternoon's game coming up right after this.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
We had no winner on Wednesday morning in the KACH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday, following the 7:30 news, we'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner with $290 in the jackpot. Join us Thursday morning during the morning show on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go, batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run.
Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion when you need a professional to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. Motor Jungle, looking for a used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game, in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, is strictly prohibited. And we welcome you back here to Tony Hansen Field. You're just in time for the first pitch for this afternoon's game, as rocking to the motion coming home, and the first pitch popped up along the right field line. Coming over is the second baseman Burbank to make the catch in foul territory. One pitch, one out, as Ashton Madsen gets the first out of the game. So Jaden Ward was the leadoff hitter. He fouled out to Seth Burbank, the second baseman, for the first out. Bridger Baston will now come up. We'll give you the lineup here for the Dragons as we go along here throughout the top of the first inning. As the first pitch to Baston is hit foul, and it's 0-1. Ashton Madsen on the mound for the Indians today. As we mentioned in the pregame show, several players threw just an inning or two yesterday. The ground ball up the middle, big hop. Is able to go past the glove there of Glead and into center field for a hit. So Baston singles to center. He's out at first base with one out. And here is Gideon Combs, the catcher. Combs will hit third. Kyler Horsley waits on deck. He's the shortstop. He'll hit in the 4 spot. Seaton Hagley is the third baseman. He'll hit 5th. Ryan Jensen hits 6th. He's around in left field. Madsen out of the stretch, looks over at first base, now comes home, and the first pitch misses outside, ball 1. Bragland Tripp is the first baseman. He'll hit 7th. Chase Briggs, the second baseman, hits 8th. Sawyer Paulson is in right field today, and he'll hit number 9. And Glead is going to do something a little bit different. They're going to bat 10 players. So they have a flex player in the lineup. That's Vincent Evans. He'll hit in the 10 spot, if you will. As the next pitch popped up, foul ball side of foul territory, trying to give chase over there is Gregory, but can't catch up to it, and it's a foul ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike here, just the top of the first inning. And today is very much, I would say, 180 degrees opposite of what yesterday was. If you're around the Preston area, you realize it. But as the game started yesterday for the girls in the softball game, it was chilly, it was windy with the wind blowing dead out about 25 or 30 miles an hour yesterday. Not so today. It was a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Popped up, center of the infield, actually short center field. Wind comes in, gives away to Thorson coming over. It falls in between them, and it's going to be a hit. Emery Thorson tried to come all the way over from over in left field to behind second base and make the play, thinking he had a better angle on the sun, and couldn't quite get there in time. So the ball falls in. And now here is Kyler Horsley hitting in the 4 spot, playing at shortstop here this afternoon. For Malad, 2-3-1 on the year, so certainly they have struggled a little bit. This is certainly a very talented team, as that pitch fastball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. I know that they had a game last week in up in the Burley area. I believe it was against Declo. And they said the weather was absolutely horrible and they got snowed out. Matson's 0-1 pitch. Hit foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. So Ashton Matson gets the start today. I believe that it'll be Chase Oxborough getting the start tomorrow in the game against Marsh Valley here tomorrow afternoon. For Matson, he's making his third start of the year with no record and a very high ERA. As that ball's going to be hit to center, that's going to be in for a hit. As Wynn comes up with it, coming around third and coming home is Baston, and will beat the throw home as the throw gets away at home plate, and both runners will move up an extra 90 feet. So Horsley with the RBI single, and it's 1-0 Glead here in the top of the first inning.
He'll end up on second.
The ball gets away at home at the throw to the plate, so both runners move up 90 feet on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Stetson Hagley. So an ERA of 9 for Madsen. That figures he's going to give up just about one earned run every inning, and he gives up an Ernie before the seats are hardly warm here in the first inning here this afternoon. First pitch to Hagley, hit foul off the right field side, and it's 0-1. Combs at second, Combs at third, I should say, and Horsley at second. And the next pitch is up high, and it's a ball and a strike. Of course, we talk about being the difference in conditions from what it was yesterday, as the next pitch, again, hit to short center field. Wynn's got to come up. He's there, makes the catch. Runner tags and bluffs. He does not come home. So Wynn doesn't even hazard a throw back in. He throws it into the cutoff man. So Hagley flies out to center. And that'll be 2 outs. And now here is Ryan Jensen.
Runners on second and third, 2 outs.
Jensen's the left fielder. Game time, you talk about the difference in conditions from yesterday. The game time temperature today, as that ball is going to be hit along the right field side, and that will go foul. Game time temperature today, in comparison to what it was yesterday, 45 degrees under sunshine here today. Yesterday, partly cloudy, very windy. And the game time temperature for the first game of the doubleheader yesterday against the Russets was about 36 degrees. As that pitch over for a strike. And it's 0-2 now on Ryan Jensen. 2 outs, a run home here in the top of the first inning for Glead. And the 0-2 pitch on the way from Matson. It's up high. Tried to work him up the ladder, but he wouldn't chase it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll give you the Preston lineup when they come up in the bottom half of the inning. Matson ready again. Here's the 1-2. Fastball missed low. Ashton took a couple of steps toward the dugout, kind of thinking he was going to get the call, but no dice. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ash works out of the windup. Here's the 2-2. That one stays high this time as he goes back hard again, and it misses up high. The right fielder, Chug, is playing way over near the line in right field, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. Had Jensen giving ground, and he swings through it for the 3rd out. 1 run on 3 hits in the inning. They leave 2 on base as well, so we are done with a half inning here this afternoon. After a half inning, it's the Glead Dragons 1 and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACA.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we have a moment to spend together as the catcher, Gideon Combs, kind of late getting back out as he was on the base paths, so having to put the gear on over in the dugout before he comes out to start warming up his pitcher as Bridger Baston goes through his warm-up tosses, and it gives us a chance to give you the Indians lineup here as they come up in the bottom of the first. Carson Chug is the right fielder. He'll lead off. Ashton Matson is the pitcher. He'll hit in the 2 spot. Devon England hits third and does the catching. Chase Oxborough, the big first baseman, hits in the 4 spot. Damon Wynn will hit 5th for the Indians, and he's in center. Seth Burbank, the second baseman, hits in the 6th spot. Austin Glead will hit 7th and play shortstop. Trevor Gregory hits in the 8 hole, and he will be at third base. And Emery Thorson is the left fielder, and he will hit number 9. So today's game brought to you by Preston Dental Care. For those who have times when they need a professional to take care of their teeth, that's when you need to call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Call today at 852-3700 or stop by the office at 135 South State. So here we go. Bottom of the first inning, Preston trails 1-0 after Malad gets a run in the top of the inning. And here is Carson Chug to come up for the first time here. As Chug takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. So the right-hander on the mound comes home, Baston, and that pitch is on the corner again, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Baston trying to work quickly, get to establish himself a rhythm. That pitch is on the corner, and it's 1-2. Don't have any record of Baston getting a start or making an appearance at all so far this year. As the pitch go home to Chug, he takes a called 3rd strike, and that's the first out. So 1 out.
Is the pitcher today for the Preston Indians, number 20.
And Ashton Matson will now come to the plate. We talked about Matson on the mound earlier, and he has struggled at the plate this year. He's hitting from the left side, which is different, and he's doing that not just in given situations, but against everybody, both left-handers and right-handers, and it's really taken a toll on his batting average. He has just 2 hits in 18 official at-bats so far on the year, as a piece swings through the hard stuff, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Matson climbs back into the box again, and the 1-1 offering is hit foul. That's off the third base side and over into the JV field. So 1 ball and 2 strikes against Matson. In fact, Ashton, talk about a dip in power. He does not even have an extra base hit so far this year. Breaking ball misses well outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So folks starting to roll in here now that school is getting out. And a good number of folks here, both from the Preston and the Malad areas both. As that pitch misses outside and low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check that, 3 balls and 2 strikes, I should say, against Ashton Matson. See some of the girls' softball team arriving early. They have practiced here today after sweeping a doubleheader yesterday here against Shelley. As the next pitch to Matson is ripped up the middle into center field for a base hit. That ought to help the confidence a little bit for Matson as he singles to center with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. And that brings up Devon England.
Played as the catcher for the Indians, number 30, Devon England.
England, who's well experienced, even though he's just a junior, played just about every game last year as a sophomore. And picking pretty much right where he left off last year. He had very good numbers a year ago. And for England, hitting .533 so far on the year. With the win yesterday, the Indians come into today's game with a record of 3-3. And there goes the runner. And Matson will steal second base without not even a throw or even a look. As he caught Baston concentrating on something else completely, and he was able to steal second base without even a play. So the tying run stands at second base here in the bottom of the first inning, and the breaking ball to England over for a strike, and it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike. Baston ready again, comes home with the next pitch. It's pulled down the line, but it's going to hook foul.
Long foul ball for Devon England.
As England hits it out near the pole, but it stays foul. And hit off the fencing and actually stayed in the ballpark, so it did not have home run distance to it, but it's a foul ball anyway. And it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses well outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Dragons always a tough opponent. There goes Madsen for third, and the pitch is popped up. Foul ground right behind home plate, and the catcher Combs lost it in the sun, never did know exactly where it's at. It actually landed in the field of play, but Combs had no idea where it was. So it stays at 2-2. Center fielder Ward wanders over into the gap in left center field, so leaves a big hole in left center as the right fielder Paulson still stays over near the line as they go back to second base, and Matson able to crawl back in on his hands and knees. Baston ready again, looks at the runners, comes home, and the pitch is high again and runs the count full, 3-2 here against Devon England. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first, 1-0. The lad on top. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to England, and misses low and away. So a single and a walk will put runners at first and second for the Indians. As throw gets away at second base, so a throwing error is going to allow Madsen to move into third base. So the throw got away at second base, went into center field, and Madsen able to move up to third. So runners at the corners for the Indians. First walk allowed by Baston. As here is Chase Oxborough, and taking off immediately on the first pitch was Devon England. He'll steal second base and put Indian runners at second and third, and still only 1 out. Pitch to Oxborough up high, and it's 2-0. For Oxborough, well, he just keeps chugging along, doing what Chase Oxborough does. Hitting .294 with 4 extra base hits. As that pitch is high again, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Chase, no home runs yet this year. And he's driven in several. And big chance here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. He's taking all the way and takes the strike, and it's 3-1. Now, if he gets a chance, let's see if he can get the big end out in front and pull something into right field and possibly get at least 1 run home, maybe 2. Nope, he's not going to get the chance. Second walk of the inning. As Baston walks him. That's his second walk, and that'll load the bases. For Damon Wynn. But not before we get a visit to the mound from the head coach for the Malad Dragons. A visit here as his starting pitcher finds himself with the bases loaded and one out. And it gives us a chance to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, fresh bakery and deli items as well. And now, making and selling sushi on a daily basis. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. So the meeting's still going on at the mound. Now, as they say that, they'll break up and head back to their positions.
There's no count to win.
So the
Bases loaded, 1 out.
great day today. It's supposed to be a nicer day tomorrow, about 10 degrees warmer. And then 10 degrees warmer again for Friday. So here's Wynn with the bases loaded, and the first pitch, fastball misses outside. Ball 1-0. So Baston having a rocky first inning here this afternoon. Comes home with the 1-0 pitch. A little off speed, took something off it, and Wynn out in front of it, couldn't time it, and it's 1-1 strike. Shortstop Horsley playing way up. Third baseman also playing even with the bag. Ground ball to third. They'll come home and get the force out there. They throw back to first, and it's up. It's too high and down the line. That's going to get 1 run in as Oxborough taking his time getting to third base, as Wynn had designs of going to third and then realized, Big Ox is right in front of me, and I got to stay here.
The Indians scored 1
So it'll be a ground ball to third base.
with 1 out.
So on the fielder's choice, Wynn will reach. Matson's out, 5-2 on the force play. Then they try to throw back behind the runner at first base. And now hold on a minute. As I say all that, it may mean absolutely nothing as they're bringing all the batters and runners back out onto the field. So I'm not exactly sure what this call is going to be. Is basically they're calling it a no pitch.
Looks like we'll go back to the order with the count.
And now they're going to, you call it interference?
Looks like
my guess,
one is safe with an RBI.
My guess would be catcher's interference.
On the catcher's interference.
Catcher's interference, so everybody gets to move up 90 feet and the run comes in. So instead of being out at the plate, Matson is now home. Everybody moves up. Wynn goes to first base on the interference, which is also an error against the catcher.
Second baseman, number 16, Seth Burbank.
So catcher's interference, E2 on the play, and here's Burbank. And next pitch home to Seth in the dirt. Nice save by the catcher Combs to keep it from going to the backstop. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. So England is at third, Oxborough at second, Wynn over at first. And the next pitch home popped up. Again, right back toward the screen. Combs lost it for a moment. He wasn't able to get to this one anyways. It lands on the opposite side of the screen, and it's a foul ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the first. 1 run on a hit. The catcher's interference. And bases still loaded. Fear for the Indians. Next pitch to Burbank is rolled up along the third base side, and that too is foul. Still only 1 out in the inning. That was the strikeout to Carson Chugg to open the inning. And since then, Preston has had the last 4 batters all reach base safely, and one of them come in to score. Baston ready again. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. That could be 2. They'll go to second. There's 1. The return throw to first is not in time and pulls the first baseman off the bag, which allows Devon England to come in and score. Ox is out on the fielder's choice at second base. So Wynn is out on the fielder's choice, my bad. 6-4 there. That's the second out. Burbank hits into the fielder's choice. Preston has runners at the corners. And 2 outs here in the first inning, and Preston now with a 2-1 lead, as here is Austin Glead. Glead, who got off to such a good start this year with the bat, and that ball is hit just out of the reach of the shortstop, up into left center field to drive in Oxborough. There goes Burbank for third, and the throw is not in time. Glead going to second behind the play, and he is safe as well.
Scores on the single by Glead.
So Glead with an RBI single, able to go all the way to second base. Burbank goes all the way to third. Now the 8th man to hit here in the inning is Trevor Gregory. So 3-0 and 3-1 Indians. As runners at second and third, Burbank and Glead away with their leads, and the first pitch to Gregory is rolled foul. Preston scored 16 runs yesterday in the game at Shelley, and they picked up right where they left off yesterday with 3 runs here in the bottom of the first inning today. Gregory hitting 133 on the year. And that pitch is outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Baston trying to work out of trouble here. And comes home with a 1-1 pitch. That's high. 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Bridger's next pitch, that misses outside again. Bridger Baston, the senior, getting the start today for the Dragons. Look out, next pitch is up high again. That's ball 4, and that loads the bases again. And for the Indians, they'll bat all the way through the lineup as Emery Thorson will come up here with 2 outs. Left fielder Emery Thorson, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. So Preston will bat all the way around here in the first inning here this afternoon. Right fielder plays deep against Emery. The left fielder Jensen not nearly as deep. And the first pitch to Emery is up high, ball 1. Already had one meeting at the mound for the Dragons. I don't see anybody warming up down in the bullpen. As their next pitch home, that misses outside. In fact, they only brought 10 players with them. All 10 players in the lineup and will hit, but only 9 of them play the outfield positions here right now. 1-1 pitch to Emery. That misses inside. So 2 outs here in the first inning for the Indians. 3 runs in. Thorson climbs back into the box, and the next pitch home. That is up high, and that is ball 4. So Emery draws a walk, and that is going to force over a run.
Gets to base on ball.
So that will score Burbank as the 4th run of the inning. And we go back to the top of the order now, and Carson Chugg. Four runs on 3 hits here in the first inning for the Indians, and here's Chugg, who took a called 3rd strike to open this inning as he comes up for the 2nd time. This will allow Baston to go back to work out of the stretch, and Chugg hits a ball into center field, base hit. That'll get 1 in. Here comes Gregory trucking around third, and the ball gets away from the center fielder, and it's going to clear the bases. As here comes Thorson to the plate, Chugg goes all the way to third base, and it's 7-0.
That clears the bases.
So bases clearing hit in the center field. Single and a two-base error against the center fielder, Ward, as the ball got by him, and he had to chase it out near the fence. So the second error of the inning. And Chug stops running when he eventually gets all the way over to third base. So 7-0, and now here's Ashton Matson, who singled and scored a run earlier in the inning, up there for the second time. Next pitch to Ashton's on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Good pitch by Baston, kind of turned it over a little bit and ran it away from Matson and got it on the outside edge. Here's the 1-1. Hit in the air, left side. Left fielder, Jensen coming up, still coming, and he overran it, and it falls behind him. So that's going to allow Chug to come in for the 8th run of the inning, and Matson goes to second base.
Matson will reach second.
That'll be an error on the left field. That's the 3rd error of the inning.
And Chug will score on the error.
As Chug comes in.
Devon England, the batter.
And now here's Devon England. England also with a hit his first time up. And the first pitch, that is up high to Devon. 1 ball and no strikes. So this inning has had a little bit of everything. Several errors, a catcher's interference call. They throw back behind Matson at second base. He's back in there with a dive. Timely hitting by the Indians. And plenty of action on the base paths. As the next pitch to England is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. 8 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. It's 8-1 Preston. Matson bluffs a run for third base, and the next pitch is down and away, 2-1. The only thing is, as a coach or a manager, that might bother you about a game in which you score 8 runs in an inning, is how long your pitcher has been just sitting around not doing much. As England hits it foul over onto the softball field, and it's now 2-2. While, yes, Matson's been running the bases, he has not been throwing the ball at all, so you're just concerned on what effect this is going to have on his arm and his shoulder. As that pitch is down low again. Runs the count full, 3-2. As Matson stands out at second base, he's not wearing a jacket. Don't know if he had one on while he was in the dugout in between at-bats either. As the next pitch is hit the right field, hit pretty well. Paulson there and makes the catch for the out. But not before Preston sends 11 batters to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. 8 of them come home to score, and Preston stakes Ashton Matson to a pretty good lead after a full inning here this afternoon. It's the Indians 8 and the Dragons 1.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Well, one inning in the book here in Tony Hansen Field as we go here to the second inning, and Preston staked their starting pitcher to an Ashton Matson to a big lead as they lead by a score of 8-1 here as we go to the second inning. And here in the second inning for the Malad Dragons, they'll have the bottom third of the order come up. Bridgel and Tripp, Chase Briggs, and Sawyer Paulson. As had to wait for England to get the gear on and get back out to warm up his pitcher Madsen again. The umpires meeting with the head coach of the Dragons about halfway between home and first. Quite a few people made the trip over from Malad, and they're kind of sitting in stunned silence in the stands over on the first base side after watching their team give up 8 runs. So we'll go to the second. 8-1, Preston leads, and here's Bridgel and Tripp. Tripp comes up for the first time here this afternoon in today's game, brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency. Tripp will hit from the left side. Madsen ready and comes home, and that pitch is down low, ball 1. Rounds & Associates Insurance, they offer many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. 85 South State Street in Preston's where you'll find them. Come in and get your competitive quote today or call them at 852-2500. The 1-0 pitch misses high, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch hit in the air, middle of the infield. It's the shortstop Glead to come up, and he loses it in the sun in that high sky and couldn't make the play. So Tripp will reach on the air.
Tripp reaches first on an air.
First error today against the Indians. You know, that's the difference between the cloudy sky and the clear sky that we have today is that the very high sky makes it difficult to judge a ball popped up. As Glead not able to judge it and had to clank off his glove. And here is Chase Briggs, the second baseman, takes the first pitch down and in, ball 1. So first error of the game against Preston. Tripp over at first base. Small, modest lead. The next pitch, breaking ball, misses outside and low. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch to Briggs as he waits at home plate. Here's the pitch. That's hitting toward right center field. That's going to split the gap, and that's going to go out toward the 365 sign in the deepest part of right center field. Coming around third is Tripp. He'll come home to score on the RBI double by Chase Briggs.
RBI double for Briggs. Nice hit up.
So remember exactly what I talked about.
Sawyer Paulson, the batter.
About pitchers having so long in between half innings. Not whether they wear a jacket or not to keep their shoulder loose. Madsen definitely not throwing the ball here in the second like he did in the first. Gives up an error and an RBI double, and it's 8-2. As here is Sawyer Paulson, and the first pitch to Paulson swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Paulson in right field today. When the season started, he got off to a good start as he takes that pitch outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Paulson, 5 hits in his first 13 at-bats on the year as he jumped out to a quick 385 average to start the season. He hits that pitch foul outside of third and down the line, and it's 1-2. So Briggs is at second, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Preston leading 8-2. Madsen takes a couple of peeks back at second base and comes home with the pitch, and it is up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Paulson goes down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Ashton Madsen.
That's the first out for the Dragons.
So here is the flex player, Vincent Evans, who's in the lineup. He'll get at bats today, but he's not playing a position. And the first pitch to Evans is swung on and missed. So one out as the Indians try to bird dog Briggs out there at second base to keep him close. Next pitch to Evans. That's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. See, after Madsen's worked to a couple of hitters, now all of a sudden his shoulder is starting to get a little bit looser again, and he's throwing a little bit more free and easy. And the next pitch home, breaking ball, hit to right field, coming up and having to play it on a bounce. There is Chug as to third base, and holding is Briggs as the throw comes through. And down to second base will go Evans.
That'll move Briggs to third.
So Evans singles to right. Briggs stops at third. Runners at second and third now. And now here is the top of the order, Jalen Ward, who was out on a ball hit into foul territory. That the second baseman Burbank came over, able to make the play as he crossed into the into foul territory. And with only one out of the inning, Preston brings the infield up halfway, thinking about cutting the run down at the plate. And the first pitch here to Ward is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Briggs is at third, Evans at second, one out here in the inning. The 0-1. Hit in the air to right field, hit pretty well. As going back on the ball is Chug, and has it clank off his glove, and he dropped it. That's going to get a run in and put runners at second and third again.
That error will cost a run.
So Ward reaches on the air on a ball that should have been caught by Chug in right field.
That'll put runners at second.
Second error of the inning against the Indians. And allows Briggs to come in for the second run of the inning, and it's 8-3. So here's the starting pitcher, Bridger Baston, who singled and scored in the first inning. And takes the first pitch. A little high, ball one. Runners from their spots come, pitch comes home, and again the pitch hit foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, opening day in Major Leagues coming up tomorrow. Should be a holiday in my mind, as a pitch swung on and missed, as he chased a ball in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Madsen stands on the rubber, peeking in. Now Roxon comes home. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit right back to him. Holds the runner. Nope, he goes to third. Bad throw. Good play by Gregory to get it home, but then he threw it away. The run is in, and again, both runners move up. Third error of the inning against the Indians.
Evans scores on the air.
So Baston, fielder's choice.
And Bastion on first.
Evans scores a run as he comes home on the air. And now here comes Kenny England out to the mound to talk to the entire infield. As normally you'd point your finger at the pitcher Madsen, but everyone has had a little piece of this one with 3 errors in the inning.
Gridden Combs now the batter.
As again, runners at second and third as Ward moved up to third base. Baston is at second base on the bad throw. And once again, runners at the corners. Three runs home in the inning. So it's 8-4 Indians leading. And now here is the catcher, Gaden Combs. Combs, who singled his first time up as well, but was out on a force play in the first inning. And first pitch misses to him outside, ball 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Madsen out of the windup. Roxon comes home again. And that pitch over this time, and it's 1-1. Madsen's not a bad pitcher. He's just kind of caught up in a numbers game here with the Indians as far as number of guys you want to get to the mound and have them get some effective innings in. As the pitch again outside, ball 2 balls and a strike. Of course, the big guy on the staff goes tomorrow. He's literally the big guy on the team. That's Chase Oxborough, the tallest member of the team and the best pitcher overall. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's on the corner, the breaking ball, and it's 2-2. So Madsen a pitch away from getting out of the inning. 3 runs home in the inning. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. Digs it out of the dirt. They record the out at first base, which they do. And that is the second out of the inning. Sorry, got a little ahead of myself. Second strikeout of the inning. Third of the game for Madsen. Still with runners at first and second. And Kyler Horsley, the shortstop, coming up. Horsley with an RBI single, his first time up here today. And the pitch, look out, breaking ball goes up and over his head for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. So no games. Everyone has broken camp yesterday. Everyone getting ready for opening day coming up tomorrow. Popped up, shortstop, Glead, near the bag at second base, has it, and the inning is over. But not before the Dragons bounce back with 3 runs of their own. On 1 hit in the inning, there was 3 errors by the Indians, and the Dragons leave a couple on base as well. We're done with an inning and a half. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Preston on top by the score of 8-4.
KACH.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Save $24 on 8 Autolite XP spark plugs after mail-in rebate. You can save 25% when you mix or match 2 or more select Valvoline products. And make your car shine this spring when you buy one, get one 50% off on select appearance products. Stop by and save today at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street. Prices are good through May 25th. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second inning, as this game's had a little bit of everything through the first inning and a half, as Bridger Baston goes back to the bump to go here to the bottom of the second. And it'll be the middle third of the lineup due up here for the Indians. Oxborough, Wynn, and Burbank. Once we get through and ready to go, and they'll fire the ball through to second base. And this inning of Indians baseball is brought to you by Naylor Insurance, with more options to serve you from home, health, life, and auto through the folks at Liberty Mutual Insurance. It's Naylor Insurance, 153 North State Street in Preston. Call 852-0810 to talk to the good folks there and have them help you out. So here's Oxborough. Walked, scored a run in that 8-run first inning for the Indians, as he leads off here in the second. First pitch here to Oxborough is up high, ball 1. Just thinking back, and it was in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday for the Lady Indians in the softball game. They batted around in an inning 3 different times in the game. as Oxborough hits the ball foul off the third base side, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Indians put up all kinds of crooked numbers in the games yesterday. They won the first game 16-6, did the Lady Indians, then came back with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to win the nightcap, as Oxborough again hits the ball foul off the third base side. Lady Indians came back with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They won the nightcap yesterday 13-9. So the offense certainly flexed its muscles yesterday in the twin bill. 1-2 pitch to Oxborough. Misses down low, a ball and 2 strikes. Ox climbs back in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That misses outside, ball 3. So Oxborough jumps out in front in the count. Actually, it's a full count, I should say, 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. That's pulled to right field and hit pretty well. Coming over is Paulson, but it goes over his head into the fence. As Oxborough will dig for second base, he'll be in there with a double.
Oxborough with a stand-up double.
That's a good way to start an inning to back up your pitcher after he gives up a 4 spot in the top of the inning. And they'll leave it up to Wynn, Burbank, and Glead to try to get him in. So here's Wynn. Damon, who was the kid who was the beneficiary of the catcher's interference call that should have had the Indians getting it out at the plate on what appeared to be a fielder's choice. And before you knew it, the umpires are bringing everybody back out onto the field. The pitch swung on a miss, gets away from Combs, and there goes Oxborough for third.
Oxborough goes to third.
Pass ball sends Ox over to the third base bag. He's there, still nobody out in the inning. So Oxborough down, walking lead down the line from third. Baston works out of the stretch, comes home, and that pitch is on the corner again for a strike, and it's now 1-2. So opening day in the major leagues tomorrow. And all the festivities get started very early on tomorrow as that pitch is down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, the first game will start a little after noon Mountain Time tomorrow. As the next pitch is up high again, runs the count full, 3-2. You know, traditionally, it always was that the first game was played a day in advance, and it was played in Cincinnati, the oldest team in the major leagues. But that tradition has gone by the wayside many, many years ago. As the pitch is up high, ball 4. Wynn walks, puts runners at the corners, and still nobody out.
Burbank, the batter.
So here's Seth Burbank. Reached on a fielder's choice and also scored in the first inning. But with that tradition gone, the first game that's going to start tomorrow is actually the Milwaukee Brewers in Chicago at Wrigley Field against the Cubs. There goes Burbank. Bluff throw, snap throw back to third, and Burbank back in on his hands and knees. So Wynn will steal second base. Runners at second and third for the Indians, and still nobody out. Next pitch misses outside and low again to Burbank. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, it's interesting because baseball was such a game of tradition for the longest time. And they've gone away from a lot of those now. As a pitch outside and high again, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Starting the season in Cincinnati. They could all start on the same day, but the Reds were always the first home team to start the season. Even if they played all on the same day, the Reds game started first as the pitch outside again goes to 3-1 now on Burbank. But it's interesting what baseball now considers a tradition and what it doesn't. As the pitch to Burbank, as that's ball 4, that'll be a second walk of the inning. A double and a pair of walks loads the bases for the Indians. Still nobody out here in the inning. And here's Austin Glead, but not before we're going to get another visit to the mound. So the skipper for the Dragons making his way out. See if he's got a hook with him this time. As we get players in the outfield running all over the place. And see if we're going to have a new pitcher coming in this time or not. He came out to visit with his pitcher Baston in the first inning when the Indians were in the middle of sending 11 men to the plate and left Baston in. And see if he's going to leave him in this time. And the answer is yes as he turns and heads back toward the dugout once again. So they'll stay with Baston. They'll stay with Baston. The bases loaded and no outs. And Austin Glead singled home a run and scored a run back in the first inning. Comes up here with the bases loaded and nobody out. So a big spot for Glead. And the first pitch to Austin hit in the air to right field. Coming up on the ball was Paulson there and dropped it. And coming home, here comes Oxborough to the plate. Moving up, everybody is one station. The bases remain loaded as another error on the outfield as that one's dropped by the right fielder Paulson. Oxborough comes in to score. That's the fourth error of the game against Malad, and now here's Trevor Gregory, who hits the ball well toward left field. It's going to be over the left fielder's head, and it's going to go to the wall. One run is in. Coming around third base is Burbank. Glead hot on his trail. He'll come in to score as well, and it's a 3-run double as Gregory clears the bases. So when Burbank and Glead all come home on the 3-run double by Burbank, by Gregory, who found the gap in right center field, and 4 runs home here in the inning. As next pitch here to Thorson hit in the air, short left field. Jensen comes up, waiting, and can't handle the ball in the wind. That one falls, and going to third base is Gregory. So after a visit to the mound, a couple of balls that should have been caught by outfielders, and here comes again the skipper to the mound here for the Dragons, and that's going to be all as Preston takes advantage, and they put 12 runs up against Baston in an inning plus, and they're going to have to go to the bullpen this time as this is the second visit, and they'll have to bring in a new pitcher as it'll be back to the top of the order, and Carson Chugg, who will be the next scheduled hitter after Thorson singled. And he'll face a new pitcher. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is as we continue right after this.
KACA.
We are proud of what milk can do. It nourishes friendships and partnerships. It nourishes bodies and businesses. It nourishes nonprofits and schools. It nourishes families and faraway lands. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Well, the new pitcher, Stetson Hagley, who comes in, as he'll pick up. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Preston has already scored 4 runs here in the inning. And back to the top of the order now, and Carson Chug, who's the 7th batter hit in the inning, and he gets hit on the first pitch. So Chug hit by a pitch, as he will head down to first base. And once again loads the bases for the Indians. Can't close the book yet on Bridger completely, as he's still responsible for Gregory and Thorson out on the bases. As here's Madsen, singled, reached on an error, as the pitch is up high, ball 1. But Baston went an inning plus, 12 runs on 7 hits so far. Walked 5 and struck out 1. The next pitch to Madsen is hit toward the gap in right center field, and that's going to go to the wall. They can't cut it off. That'll get at least 2 home. Here comes Chug flying around third as he will come home. Madsen's got a bases-clearing triple and picks up 3 RBIs.
Triple for Madsen.
So Madsen goes all the way to third. Gregory, Thorson, and Chug all come in. As Preston, who enjoyed the first inning, and here in the second inning, now here's Devon England, the 9th batter to hit in the inning again, as the first pitch to him misses up high, ball 1. 7 runs in the inning here for the Indians after plating 8 in the first, and there's still nobody out. As that's pulled down the line, that's going to be in for a hit, and that's going to get Madsen home. There's the 8th run of the inning, as going to second base and is safe there as the second baseman dropped the ball at second base.
RBI double.
So England with the RBI double. Pulls in at second base as Madsen came home to score.
Chase Oxborough batter.
8 runs home in the inning. So Preston puts up back-to-back 8 spots, and it's 16-4. So here's Oxborough, led off this inning with a double, scored, and he lines one into gap in right center field, as that is going to get England home. That's going to make it 17-4.
RBI single for Oxborough.
So Ox with his second hit of the inning. And now here is Damon Wynn for the second time here in the inning. Wynn walked and reached on an error, the catcher's interference. Oxborough over at first. First pitch swinging, hits it foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. Today's game brought to you in part by our friends at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Remember, you can save on monthly specials at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Go in and pick up the flyer and see what you can save on this month at 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest is as Wynn pulls the. So 10 runs in the inning. It's 18-4 as that pitch is up high, ball 1. You know, and all of this that's happening in the back of Kenny Inglett's head has to be the notion that, you know what, as the pitch is hit foul by Burbank back into the screen, it has to be the notion that these two teams are going to meet each other over in Malad coming up in about 2.5 weeks. And with an 18-4 score here in the second inning with nobody out, ball popped up, that'll be up on the roof. And it's 1-2. At some point, you're going to start playing station-to-station ball And with a 14-run lead through an inning plus, it's that point is not too far away as the next pitch is up high. Here comes Horsley home again. That pitch again misses upstairs. As the count goes to 3-2. Three-two pitch popped up. Right back here towards us. Bounces off the front of the press box and back down below. So 11 straight batters to open the inning for the Indians have reached base. The 3-2 pitch, make it 12 in a row as there's a 3-2 walk to Burbank as he walks for the second time in the inning. That puts runners at the corners again. And now here's Austin Glead, who singled and reached on an error against the right fielder. First pitch is up high to Glead, 1 ball and no strikes. Seven hits in the inning, 10 runs home. As the 1-0 pitch is up high, ball 2, 2-0. Outfield pretty much straight away here against Glead. As the fastball comes inside, Glead swings through it, and it's 2-1. So the first game tomorrow on opening day is Milwaukee at the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. And then they have other games going on throughout the day. There's already been one game that's been called as a rainout already for tomorrow and pushed back until Friday. 3 balls and a strike on Glead. Here's the pitch home. It's up high again, ball 4. So the bases are loaded again. Wynn stands at third. Burbank goes to second. Glead down to first. Now here's Trevor Gregory, who already has a 3-run double here in this inning. First pitch home to Trevor. Swung on and missed. Trevor approached that thing like, you know what? I got 1 bases clearing double. I'm going to go for another one. As the big boy wound up and about screwed himself into the dirt. As that pitch is up high, up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Other games coming up tomorrow. The Mets open on the road at Washington. The new Cleveland Guardians will be on the road at Kansas City as the next pitch is popped up foul up onto the roof of the press box, and it's 1-2. Pittsburgh at St. Louis. Cincinnati will be at Atlanta. And talk about that tradition of the season starting in Cincinnati. They don't start tomorrow until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As the pitch is up, popped up, center fielder coming over, makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Wynn, and Wynn will score to make it 19-4.
Ward grabs that one for the first out.
So Ward makes the catch. Gregory with a scoring fly ball picks up his 4th RBI of the inning. And that's the first out as Wynn comes home. Runners at second and third. And here is Emery Thorson up there again for his second at-bat of the inning. And takes that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thorson's walked, singled, scored twice. Horsley ready again. Look out. Pitch comes up and in under the chin. Completely unintentional. It's just a pitch that rode up and in on him. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Other games tomorrow. Houston will be in Anaheim to face the Angels tomorrow as Thorson hits the ball in the air foul off the third base side and out of play. San Diego will be at Arizona. And now there's been another game postponed already for tomorrow. Boston at New York against the Yankees, and Seattle and in Minnesota. Both of those games have been rained out already as they expect a big storm moving up the eastern seaboard as the pitch is rolled foul at home plate. stays at 1-2. So those two games rained out will be moved to Friday as Thorson swings and misses and strikes out for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs. First strikeout for Horsley. Now back to the top of the order again, and Carson Chug. Chug was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning and then scored and came home and swings and misses, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch home to Chug again is hit in the air to center field, and Ward has a beat on this one and makes the catch, and the inning finally comes to an end as Preston, after they sent 11 men to the plate in the first inning, they send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 men to the plate here in the second inning. And they score a truckload as they score 11 in the inning. And as we go to the third inning, it's Preston 19, Malad 4.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Find out the latest on livestock trends and ag information with Rick Haynes. It's Haynes at the Reins, Saturday mornings at 10 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we'll go to the third as Stetson Hagley, who came in to finish the inning on the mound, will lead it off. Hagley followed by Ryan Jensen, and then Braglin Tripp due up here for the Dragons in the top of the third inning. First pitch to Stetson, Hagley hit foul back into the screen. Well, Madsen able to survive it the first time, that long stint on the bench. Not many pitchers hang around long enough to have 2 long stints on the bench like that. As the next pitch is a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch is hit toward right field. That's going to be in for a hit. As coming over to cut it off is Chug. He'll get it back in. He'll hold Hagley to a long single.
Jensen, the batter.
So Hagley singles to right. Leadoff man aboard here for the Dragons here in the top of the third inning. As Madsen ready to go to work as Ryan Jensen climbs in. The first pitch to Jensen is down low. A little outside as well. As it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wind's starting to pick up just a little bit, but it's blowing the opposite direction that it was yesterday. Next pitch again to Jensen on the inside half for a strike, and it's 1-1. Wind right now is blowing from, say, right center field out toward the left field foul pole. Yesterday during the girls' softball game was blowing 180 degrees opposite. Matson ready, comes home. The next pitch, and that is apparently inside. 2 balls and a strike. Jensen, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. So 0 for 1 on the day. Next pitch popped up into right field as here comes Chug. Up, still coming, running, and can't make the sliding catch. And hustling into second base, and they get a force out at second. So Hagley is out, 9-6 on the force play. And because of that, you take away the hit from Jensen as he reaches on the fielder's choice.
Tripp, the batter.
And now here is Tripp. This is one of those little quirks of the rules. When there's a force play made on the bases, the batter runner is awarded a fielder's choice. So take away the hit against Hagley. And Jensen safe at first base on the fielder's choice, and there's 1 out. Jensen, small lead over at first. Tripp hitting from the left side. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Preston scored a whole bunch of runs early on as they lead 19-4 here. As that pitch misses down low again, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. 8 runs in the first inning, and they come back with 11 runs in the second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That misses outside. Ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Runner over at first base is Jensen. There's 1 out here in the top of the third. And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. So that runs the count full 3-2. You wouldn't think down by 15 that the runner would be moving at first base, but we'll keep an eye on him anyway, Jensen. He's not going, and the pitch is a half swing, fouled into the catcher's glove, and it's a strikeout. So Tripp goes down on strikes. That's the second out of the inning. 4th strikeout overall for Ashton Matson in the game. And here is Chase Briggs, who doubled home a run and scored a run in the second inning today. So here's Briggs hitting from the right side, righty-righty matchup. And the first pitch to Briggs hit in the air towards short left center field. Thorson coming up. Emery's there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and 1 left in the inning here for the Malad Dragons. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. After 2.5 here this afternoon, it's Preston 19, Malad 4.
KACA.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles do. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, with the Indians leading 19-4, we'll go to the bottom of the third inning here this afternoon. As today's game brought to you in part by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. They're working on Phase 3 now, so now's the time to contact them about a lot or design options for a home that can be built for you. Ralph's Construction, call 435-232-1837. That's 435-232-1837. Look down at my scorebook with 19 runs scored on the Preston page. It looks like a chicken walked across my scorebook with black ink on its feet. Got lines and marks everywhere. But I do know for sure as we head here to the bottom of the third inning, Ashton Madsen will lead off here for the Indians and takes the first pitch for a ball 1. Ashton, 2 for 3. As he hits a ball in the air toward right field, playable. Ward coming over in the gap, he's there and makes the catch.
Ward hauls that in for out number 1.
So Madsen flies out for the first out here in the bottom of the third, and that brings up Devon England. England also with a pair of doubles, and he's also flown out to right, so he also is 2 for 3 so far. 19 runs on 11 hits, and helped out by 4 errors. Ground ball to third, right through the wickets of the third baseman who played that into a hit, and then the left fielder Jensen lets the ball get by him again. And English keep on running for third. The throw is not in time. In fact, it's not even close as it comes into home plate.
England stretches a single out to 3 bases.
So a single for England, then a 2-base error against the left fielder Jensen. That's the 5th error of the day against Malad.
Chase Oxborough, the batter.
And now here's Chase Oxborough with 1 out and a man on. First pitch to Chase, up high, ball 1, 1-0. Oxborough's singled, doubled, and walked. He's also scored 3 times. Next pitch to Ox, hit foul off the third base side, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One of the things coming up tomorrow that'll be really cool, as next pitch to Oxborough's foul at home plate. It'll cost him a strike, and it goes to 1-2. When the Cardinals open up at home, as Oxborough pulls one into right field, coming over the right fielder, Polson can't get it, tried to short hop it, and it bounces behind him and goes to the fence. Oxborough chugs into second base there with another RBI double.
RBI double for Oxborough.
So England comes in. That makes it 20-4. And now here is Damon Wynn. Wynn with 1 hit so far today. First ball swinging, pops it up right around home plate. See if they can make a play on it. Healy, the third baseman, coming down in front of the Preston dugout, can't handle it. So it's a foul ball, and Wynn will come back to home plate. So anyway, the really cool thing for opening day for the Cardinals this year, after Albert Pujols signed a free agent contract with the Cardinals to go home for his 22nd year in Major League Baseball as it pitches outside, the Cardinals have already announced that Albert will be in the starting lineup. So he gets a start for the 22nd consecutive year. Next pitch to Wynn, again popped up, third base side. Third baseman Hagley coming down, making the play. So that's the second out as Wynn fouls out.
Hagley makes the catch.
And that'll bring up Seth Burbank.
2 outs. Seth Burbank, the batter.
So here's Burbank. 0 for 1 officially, but he's walked twice, and the pitch misses inside. You know, next inning, I should probably tell what is the greatest opening day story that I know of. I should probably tell that next inning. Don't have time to do it now with 2 outs. Ground ball to short. Horsley has it, plays it across in time. and Preston has to settle for just one run here in the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 left. There was 1 error as well, and we are done with 3. After 3 innings, it's Preston 20 and Malad 4. We'll be right back.
KACH.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com. Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
3 innings in the books, 20-4. Preston, it's been all Indians here so far. As we go here to the 4th inning, it's Sawyer Paulson, Vincent Evans, and back to the top of the order, and Jaden Ward here for the Malad Dragons. As Madsen comes home, and the first pitch swung on and missed by Paulson, who was a strikeout victim his first time up here this afternoon as well. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. You're always hesitant to get into telling a story that's going to take a while to tell. As the pitch is hit foul back into the screen, it stays at 0-2, especially when likely to have a half inning that'll probably go pretty quickly. 0-2, the count on Paulson. As Madsen ready comes home, and the 0-2 offering is up high, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But what the heck, let's give it a shot. Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles officially opened in 1961 as a pitch hit foul down the left field line. It stays at 1-2. In 1981, they wanted to celebrate the 20-year anniversary, as Major League Baseball was very cognizant of the anniversary. As again, the pitch is rolled foul, and it's 1-2. So Major League Baseball, they wanted the opening pitch, the first pitch ball, they wanted it to be able to put it into the Hall of Fame. Here's the 1-2. On the corner, strike 3 called. So Paulson goes down on strikes. First out here in the inning. That's the 5th strikeout for Ashton Madsen, and that'll bring up Vincent Evans, who singled and scored a run in the game. So the Dodgers said, okay, that's fine. We'll give you the first pitch ball, and we'll let you put it in the Hall of Fame. Ground ball toward the left side, backhanded there by Glead on slides, and from a knee, throws to first, and it's not in time. It's an infield hit. Good hustle by Evans. He's 2 for 2. So Evans over at first, now back to the top of the order, and Jaden Ward. Don Sutton, who just recently passed away, was the starting pitcher that day for the Dodgers on opening day 1981. And they told him that Major League Baseball wanted the ball. So he said, okay, that's fine. The Dodgers were playing the Giants. Rolled foul on the first pitch to Ward, and it's 0-1. Gary Templeton was the leadoff hitter that day for the Giants, and everything was set up. Sutton was just going to lob a ball over the plate. They're going to throw the ball out of play, and the ball was going to head off to the Hall of Fame as the ball hit in the air to right field. Thorson going back, still going back. He's there now, makes the catch for the out, and Evans will have to retreat back to first base. That's the second out of the inning. Well, everything was all set up except nobody remembered to tell Gary Templeton that this eephus pitch basically was coming in for the ball that was supposed to be going to the Hall of Fame. And when Sutton threw the first pitch, Templeton hit it about halfway up the right field pavilion at Dodger Stadium. Hit it out for a home run. So here's Baston. He loops one into left center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Stopping at second base with the play right in front of him is Evans. And Baston has his second hit of the game. So what are the Dodgers supposed to do? This ball that was supposed to be going to the Hall of Fame ends up in someone's pocket in the right field pavilion and becomes a souvenir. So they send the Dodger staff members out there to try to locate the person with the ball. And the person with the ball who caught the home run from Templeton to lead off the game, he's not giving it up. It's the 20th anniversary of Dodger Stadium, and he has a ball that Major League Baseball wanted to go to the Hall of Fame, and he says, it's mine. I'm keeping it. So not only did the ball not end up in the Hall of Fame, Templeton hit the home run, but as the next pitch swung on and missed, as Combs is down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. If there was a silver lining to the dark cloud that was the home run ball, it's the fact that the Dodgers went on and won the game anyway on opening day in 1981. Madsen ready, looks back at second base, and here's the 0-2 pitch to Combs. Ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. Chug has to come up in a hurry as down by 16. They're going to play station to station, and they hold the runner over at first base in Evans.
Horsley now the batter.
So here's Horsley with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Horsley, 1 for 2, singled, popped up, and takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Whereas I was lucky enough several times that my parents would allow me or take me to opening day. So I was at opening day several times to enjoy the pomp and circumstance that is opening day of a Major League Baseball season, as the pitch swung on and missed by Horsley, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Always at Dodger Stadium, though. Never went to an Angel game on opening day. Horsley backs out. Bases are loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Madsen comes home. Ground ball, rolled foul. Outside to third and down the line. Today's game brought to you by West Motors in Preston and Logan. If you need a car or truck for that college or high school student, swing by West Motors and save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. 1-2 pitch is up high, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Madsen ready again, the 2-2 offering. Big overhand jug is swung on and missed as Horsley goes down on strikes. And for Ashton Madsen, he sets the side down. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and he leaves the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 20-4, Preston on top.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
We had no winner on Wednesday morning in the KACH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday, following the 7:30 news, we'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner with $290 in the jackpot. Join us Thursday morning during the morning show on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH. KACH.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, the Malad Dragons will again bring in a new pitcher here as Chase Briggs will come in. And for Briggs, he will face the bottom third of the lineup here for the Indians as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Austin Glead, Trevor Gregory, and then Emery Thorson due up to face Briggs.
Leading off for the Indians will be Austin Glead.
Today's game brought to you in part by our friends at Webb Funeral Home. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. So, for the Indians, who've scored in every inning, although only with one run the last inning, to go along with 8 in the first and 11 in the second. They lead 20-4 and just need 3 more outs to win this game. So we'll get through this half inning and then get the last 3 outs in the top of the 5th. So Glead with a single and an RBI back in the first. He's also reached on an error and walked. He's scored twice overall in the game. So Briggs ready, comes home, and the first pitch to Glead hit in the air to right field. Paulson coming up, shading his eyes with his glove, and makes the catch.
Wilson with the catch for out number 1.
So 1 pitch, 1 out. Now here's Trevor Gregory, who walked. He came up with the bases loaded in the second inning and hit a ball into the gap in left center field and cleared the bases for 3 RBIs. And then had a scoring fly ball his last time up. He has 4 runs batted into the game. And takes this pitch and whacks it to left field. Hit pretty well. Jensen going back, and he's got to chase it to the fence. Big Trevor going to haul it into second base, and he'll stay there with a double.
Stand-up double. Long hit to left
His
center.
second double of the game. And here comes Emery Thorson with 1 out and a man at second base.
Emery Thorson, the left fielder for the Indians.
So here's Thorson. Walked, singled, scored twice, even drove in a run on a bases-loaded walk back in the first inning. The first pitch here from Briggs is down low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So the Indians put up 16 yesterday, and they have 20 so far here today. As that ball's hitting to left field, that'll be a base hit. They're going to hold Gregory at third as Thorson with his second hit of the game. Runners at the corners and 1 out.
Coming to the plate, it's Carson Chug.
As we go back to the top of the order now, and Carson Chug due up again for the Indians. And in all of this offense that Preston has, Chug has 1 hit. First pitch hit foul back over the top of the screen, and it's 0-1. Singled back in the first inning, his second time up in the first inning, and that's his only hit. He struck out, flew out, and was also hit by a pitch. "20 runs on 13 hits. Ground ball to the right side. That's off the glove of the shortstop Horsley as he's able to keep it in the infield, but it's going to allow Gregory to come home, and it'll be an RBI infield hit for Chug. So a run is in.
Ashton Madsen.
Third hit of the inning for the Indians. Now here's Ashton Madsen. 21-4. First pitch to Madsen, hit foul back into the screen. Madsen, couple of hits, reached on an error and flew out to center. Next pitch is a ground ball toward the second baseman. Able to glove it, runs over, steps on the bag, throw back to first base, but he pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Nice pickup by the second baseman.
So Madsen hits into a fielder's choice here.
So Chug will be out at second. Fielder's choice.
So that's the second out on the 4 unassisted force out at second base. Runners at the corners now as Thorson goes as far as third. Now here is Devon England. England's 3 for 4. Pair of doubles, single, scored 3 times. The only time they got him out, he flew out to right field, and he hits the first pitch into center field. That's a base hit. Coming home to score is Thorson, and Madsen goes all the way from first to third.
On the single RBI by England.
So England picks up the run. Madsen goes as far as third base. Thorson comes in, second run of the inning to make it 22-4.
Now at the plate is
and here's Chase Oxborough. 4th hit of the inning for the Indians. So here's Chase. 3 hits and a walk, and hits this pitch fair inside first, and that's going to head down to the right field corner. Madsen will score. England goes as far as third, as Oxborough will stay at first base with his 4th hit of the game and picks up yet another RBI as Ashton Madsen comes in to make it 23-4. And Briggs is going to get his own visit here from the head coach as he makes his way out to the mound. And you take the ball from Briggs, looks like he did. Briggs got a couple of outs, but they're going to take him out and give somebody else a shot here. It does look like it. Now hold on as skipper starts to walk back to the dugout and stops and comes back instead. And indeed, we're going to have another different pitcher here. 4th pitcher of the day used by the Malad Dragons. So let's duck in a quick timeout. We'll come back and tell you more about the new pitcher coming up right after this.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
It's a morning tale with a country twist. It's Baxter Black on Mondays, Monday mornings during the Morning Farm Block on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, they go back to the to Stetson Hagley, so he comes back in to pitch here again. So technically the 4th pitcher of the game, and the first pitch here to Ward is rolled was rolled foul, and it's 0-1. 3 hits. Check that, 3 runs on 4 hits here in the inning for the Indians. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. 0-1 the count on Win. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't have a scoreboard over at the JV field, but there's a heck of a game going on over there. As look out, that pitch is up and in and hit him. Hit him up around the shoulder, maybe off the helmet. So Damon Wynn will take off, back down for first base. And again, the Indians, send 9 men to the plate at least in the inning. and B have loaded the bases again. This time it's for Seth Burbank. Burbank 0 for 2 in the game, walked twice, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. So they sent, 11 men to the plate in the first inning, 15 men to the plate in the second, as the ball gets loose on the varsity field as it comes over from the JV field. The only time they didn't bat around in an inning today was in the third, when they only sent 5 men to the plate and scored 1 run. 2-0 pitch is up high to Burbank, ball 3, 3 balls and no strikes. Unless they can get Burbank, they will send 9 men to the plate again for the third time today in 4 innings. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, it's 3-1. Today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. Next pitch again misses outside. Ball 4, loads the bases as Burbank walks for the third time today. So forces over a run as England comes in from third. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. So Oxborough now at third. Wynn at second. Burbank at first. 4th run of the inning to make it 24-4. And here is Austin Glead, the guy who led off the inning and flew out to right field. As the 0-1 pitch bounces up there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away against Glead. Stetson comes home, and the next pitch is up high again. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. So 4 hits in the inning here for the Indians. 17 overall on the day. As the 2-1 pitch is a fastball to tie. Ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Hagley ready again, comes home, and the next pitch again is high, ball 4 to force over another run. Glead with a walk and an RBI. That's his second RBI of the day. Again, everybody will move up 90 feet as Oxborough comes in to score. The 5th run of the inning. It's 25-4, a 21-run lead. So here is Trevor Gregory, who tries to turn on one and mash one out toward Bear Lake, but it comes up empty, and it's 0-1. Next pitch, fit foul back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2, the count on Gregory. And the 0-2 pitch on the way to the big guy. Popped up, foul and out of play. Hey, next time you're looking for a used car, you might want to check out Motor Jungle at 597 North State Street in Preston. They are the newest outlet of used vehicles in the Preston area. It's Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street in Preston. The 0-2 pitch again hit foul by Gregory, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder Ward swung way over into the gap in left center and deep. And the next pitch to to Gregory again hit foul back into the screen, and it stays again at 0-2. So the Dragons have a whole lot of hitting they got to do coming up next inning. As the next pitch is again hit foul. Hagley keeps throwing them, and Gregory keeps fouling them off. Stays in no balls and 2 strikes. Hagley ready again. The breaking pitch as Gregory has to duck underneath it. And it's 1-2. Now the 1-2 offering on the way. Breaking pitch high, 2-2. As it stands right now, as the pitch swung on and missed, and the inning comes to an end. So if Gregory strikes out, retire the side in the inning. 5 runs home in the inning for the Indians as they send another 11 men to the plate. 5 runs on 4 hits, and they leave the bases loaded again here today. So we'll go to the 5th inning. It's 25-4, and the Dragons facing the Mercy Rule have a whole lot of offense they have to come up with as we go here to the 5th. So we're done with 4 innings this afternoon. We're back here coming up right after this.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Start your Sunday mornings with inspirational music, thoughts, and stories. It's the Sounds of Sunday. Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. to noon on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Well, here in the top of the 5th inning, Stetson Hagley hits the first pitch to the third baseman as Gregory not able to hang with it and throws the ball away at first base. So leadoff man aboard. Here's another pitch hit to Hagley. They'll go to second, 1, back to first, in time, double play. So Jensen hits it around the horn, 5-4-3, the double play, and there's 2 outs.
5-4-3 play.
So Hagley, who reached on an error, erased on the double play ground ball. Still Preston still bothered by the error bug in the game. That was their 4th error. Now with 2 outs, here is Bragland Tripp as he represents the final hope. He needs to get on base to keep the game alive here as Madsen comes home. That pitch down around the shoe tops, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. So 25-4, Preston well in control of this game, and see what happens tomorrow as the pitch is over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Remember, Marsh Valley here tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock first pitch. We'll have it for you on KACH. As the ball sprayed foul, out along the left field line and stays at 1-2. Tripp is 0 for 2, reached on an error and struck out. The 1-2 pitch. Again, sliced foul, foul out along the left field side. And everybody will come back and do it again. So a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And the 1-2 pitch on the way from Madsen, half swing, goes too far. They'll have to record the out at first base, which they do. And this game is in the books as they mercy rule the Dragons here this afternoon as Preston wins it by the final score of 25-4. We invite you to stay tuned for the postgame show. It's coming up right after this here on KACH.
From the lad making the trip over to...
Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have occasion when you need a professional to look at your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. Looking for a quality used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
We had no winner on Wednesday morning in the KACH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday, following the 7:30 news, we'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner with $290 in the jackpot. Join us Thursday morning during the morning show on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian postgame show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian postgame show. Well, welcome back here to Tony Hansen Field as the Indians had their way today with the Malad Dragons as they beat them in 4.5 innings by the final score here this afternoon of 25-4. Preston pounded out 17 hits and on their way to the victory as they had 7 of the 9 men in the lineup today with multiple hit games. Carson Chugg had 2 hits, Ashton Madsen with 2, Devon England with 4, Chase Oxborough with 4, Austin Glead with 2, Trevor Gregory with 2, and 2 for Emery Thorson in the game here this afternoon as well. So Preston, final total 25 runs on 17 hits. They committed 4 errors and they left 7 men on base. For Malad, 4 runs on 7 hits. They committed 5 errors in the game and they left a total of 8. The 2 starting pitchers are accountable for the decision in the game as Ashton Madsen goes the complete game as he picks up the victory here this afternoon. And it was the starter, Bridger Baston, who took the loss this afternoon for the Malad Dragons. So the Preston Indians win their second game in a row by double digits as they have the game cut short again by mercy rule for the second game in a row as well as they beat Malad today 25-4. Take a timeout. Back with more of the postgame show right after this.
KACH.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, with the win today, the Indians improved their record to 4-3. Malad now falls to 2-4-1 overall on the year. Next game coming up for the Indians is back here at Tony Hansen Field here tomorrow afternoon. That's when the Marsh Valley team will come to town in a much more difficult game we expect tomorrow. I was told to expect that Chase Oxborough will get the start tomorrow for the Indians against Marsh Valley. We'll be on the air with the pregame show tomorrow afternoon starting at 3:45. First pitch tomorrow from here at Tony Hansen Field at 4 o'clock as the Indians take on Marsh Valley here tomorrow afternoon. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard for John Beverly back in the studio as we say goodnight for this evening and remind you that the executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Preston pounds out 25 runs on 17 hits today and beat the Malad Dragons by the final score of 25-4. Until tomorrow afternoon, I'm Dan Hubbard. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.